All right, so now we want to be able to view an individual post. Okay, we want to click discussion. It'll show the post along with a comment form and any comments on that post. So let's add a new type here, and it's going to be get post. So I'll just go ahead and copy down get posts and just get rid of the S. Okay, and then let's go to our actions, and let's copy get posts and paste that in down at the bottom. So get post, take off the S here. So get post is we're going to need an ID, so pass in ID, and then the request is going to be, let's use backticks here since we're putting in a variable, and it's going to be /ID. Okay, and then we're going to dispatch get post singular and send the data as the payload, and the error stuff will stay the same. So let's save that. Pretty simple. And let's handle actually let's make sure we bring in, I keep forgetting to bring this stuff in, get post, and then let's go to our reducer and bring in get post. Okay, and let's put this, I guess I'll put it right below get posts. So case get post, and then we want to return state, and then the post is just going to be the payload, because remember it's just sending that single post. So we're going to update that in the state and set loading to false. Alright, so it should be good. Now we're going to start to create, we have a few components to create. So let's create a new folder in components here. Whoops. So in components, we're going to create a folder called post, P-O-S-T singular. And this should be this is the last folder that we're going to be creating. So we have quite a few components in this project. So I'm going to create a new file in here called post.js, and this is basically like the parent. So let's do RACFP, and let's bring in, let's see, we're going to use from React fragment and also the use effect, because we need to get the post when this loads. All right, and then let's do connect. Nope. And then we're also going to use the spinner here. That's in layout. Okay, let's also bring in, let's bring in our action. So get post. All right, and then in the props here, put in get posts, prop types. I'm sorry, it's singular, this too. Okay, and let's do our connect. And let's pass in here. So we're gonna be pulling in the post state. So we're gonna use map state to props. All right, so let's do const map state to props, takes in state, and we're going to get our post from state.post. All right, so let's see. So this, we'll add that to prop types as well. Post, which is an object. And then let's go up here, and what we want to pull from the post state is the post itself and loading. All right, and then we're also going to need to get the ID from the URL, which is in the props.match. So we'll pull that out as well. Okay, and then let's add our use effect. Okay, we're going to do get post, and we need to get the ID from the URL, which we can get with match.params.id, like that. And then let's add as a dependency get post. Okay, so for now let's just say post, because I want to see if it actually fetches it like it's supposed to. So we need to create a route. So we'll go to, where is app.js, and let's bring in post from the post folder. So make sure you remove the S. And let's see, it's going to be a private route. So I'm going to just copy this route down. So it'll be post/:ID, and it's going to load the post component. And I believe we already have the link. So I'm just going to log in real quick. And if we go to posts and we click on discussion, yeah, it takes us, it takes us to post singular. Yeah, let's change that to just post, because I want to keep it consistent. Since this is posts, I just would rather go to posts / and then the ID. I mean, it's up to you really what you want to do. If you want to just remove the S here, you can do that. But I'm gonna go into my post item, which is right here, and I'm gonna change. What the hell is it? Where is it? Right here. So I'm going to just add an S onto that. Okay, so now if we go back and I click discussion, now it's showing the component. All right, and if we look in our state, let's check it out. So if we go in post and we look at the individual post, we get this is a test. Good. So now we have this data that we can put inside of our component. So let's go back to our post.js component. Now, up at the top, we're going to have the post, which is going to look very similar to this right here. Okay, the only difference that I want to have is I don't want all this stuff. All right, I don't want all this stuff to show. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to reuse this component, this post item component. However, I'm going to add a prop to it called show actions. And if that's true, then this stuff will show. If it's false, then this stuff won't show. Okay, so we'll have it true by default, and then we'll pass in false if we don't want this to show. So let's head over to post item, and it's up to you. I mean, you could create a whole new component, but it's so similar to post item, I think that we should just reuse post item. But I mean, it's up to you. So let's see how we're going to handle this. So in post item, we're going to have a new prop. So up here, I'm going to add show actions. Okay, and then I want to surround all the buttons and stuff. So let's see. So the first button is right here, which is the add like. So right above the add like, I'm just going to open up some curly braces. I'm going to say if show actions is true, then let's do a fragment. Okay, and then we'll put this stuff inside there. So we'll grab from this button down to, let's see, we have that down to right here, I believe. Yeah, because that div ends right there. So I'm going to grab this stuff Let's cut that. And let's put that within here. And we'll go ahead and save. Now, I want show actions to be true by default, so we're going to add default props. So right under the function here, let's do post item, and let's say dot default props, and we're going to set show actions to true. Okay, so if we go back to the posts page, it should look the exact same. Now, what I would like to do is for this single post page, I want to use that post item, but I just want to pass in false for show actions. So let's try that out. Let's go back to post.js and let's bring in post item. So we want to go into posts / and then post item. All right, and then what we'll do is put this, let's see, where do we want to put this? Actually, we want to make sure that the post has been loaded first. So let's actually return loading. So if loading is true or the post is equal to null, then we want to show the spinner. Else, then we want a fragment. Okay, and in this fragment is where we're going to put the post item, but again, we want to pass in, well, we need to pass in the post first of all, so it has the data. And then we're going to send in show actions, and we want to pass in false. Like that. All right, so let's try that out. We'll save it, and there we go. So now we have our post, but we don't have all the buttons and stuff. I don't want that on this page. Now I want to put a button to go back. So let's go right above the post item and let's put in a link, which I believe I have to bring in still. So link, let's say link to /posts. We'll just give it a class name. Keep using double quotes. Class name of btn. And we'll just say back to posts. All right, let's bring in link up here. All right, so now we have a back to posts. All right, so in the next video, we're going to have we need a comment, all our comments on the post, as well as a form to add a new comment. Okay, so we'll get into that next.